Good evening, YouTube friends and family. This is your girl Laura coming to you with another video for your listening pleasure. And tonight I have a question for you. The question is, do you deserve to be happy? And I know most of you would say, well, of course, Laura, I deserve to be happy. You could give me a full definition of happiness, what it would take for you to be happy, and what makes you unhappy. Well, let me ask you the second part to this question. If you deserve to be happy and you know you deserve to be happy, then why do you keep hanging around or making these dysfunctional relationship choices? I mean, some of us are hanging around people that treat us so poorly. And this could be friends, this could be family, this could be your mate. We're hanging around people who treat us so poorly that when we're done hanging around this person, we feel rejected, dejected, miserable. We have a headache. We feel emotionally drained and exhausted. We're hanging around people that make us miserable, that contribute to our unhappiness. And I know everyone says that happiness is a choice, which it is, and that happiness happens on the inside, and that no one on the outside should be able to make you unhappy. They should be able to make you happy. But I beg to differ about on the outside as far as dealing with people. People do have the ability to make you happy or unhappy, especially if you're in a relationship with them and you're in a love relationship with them. And like I said, this could be family, friends, a mate. They do have the power to make you miserable. And we all know that misery loves company. And so my question is, why do we keep hanging around these people who make us feel miserable about ourselves? Why do we do that? Why do we keep hanging around people who continually make us feel miserable about ourselves? They don't have our best interests at heart. They could care less about our feelings. They hurt our feelings over and over again. They smile in our face but talk about us behind our back. They're overly critical of us. They're always throwing shade. They're always throwing digs. They're always trying to keep you down. They're always trying to sabotage you. Every time you try to move up, they bring you back down. Every time you try to improve your life, they bring you something to negate that. So why do we keep hanging around these people? Well, I'm going to give you a few reasons why we keep hanging around these people. Number one, fear. Fear of loneliness. Fear that we can't do any better. And you know what? If you're in a relationship in which you're entangled and you can't walk away, you find yourself every time you keep trying to walk away that you can't, you keep going back, returning back to the same people who continually keep showing you the same behaviors that hurt you. You keep talking about the same thing to this person. This is what you're doing that's bothering me. You keep having these same conversations. You keep putting the same ball in their court. And what do with the ball? They throw it back to you and they continue on with the behavior. And basically what they're showing you is that they don't care about your feelings. They don't care about you. Because love doesn't hurt, and anyone who loves you will not continually hurt you. Especially after you've had a conversation with them. Especially an adult. Once you talk to an adult one time should be enough. You shouldn't have to continually have the same conversation. So if you're finding yourself having the same conversation and you still find it hard to walk away from this person, even though they're causing you all kinds of hurt and pain, then you're staying with this person from fear. And you probably had the very same person to tell you that if you leave me, you'll never find anyone better. If you leave me, no one else is going to tolerate you. No one really wants you. Well, my friend, let me tell you, that's a bunch of mess. That's what it is. And you know what? The person that's telling you that, they know that that's untrue. And really, The message that they're giving you is the message that they're applying to themselves. They know that if someone who had half the confidence that you should have, if they were in a relationship with them and they were putting them through the crap that they're putting you through, they know that this person wouldn't stay with them for 5 minutes. They know that, and they fear being alone themselves, so they keep you hanging around. You serve a purpose to erase and negate their feelings of loneliness. You are a source of supply for them. You're giving them something that they can't get from someone else. You're giving them something that only you can give, and that no one else would dare put up with time after time. So you are a source of supply for this person. You help them to not feel lonely. You help them to feel superior by you feeling inferior. You help them to feel needed and wanted. You help them to feel loved while they help you to feel unloved. And that's another thing. We hang around with these people due to their deceptive love practices. They tell you time and time again, the words that flow from their mouth is, I love you. But their behavior is, no, I don't. I don't love you. They trick you and deceive you into what you're receiving from them is love. Love is not a one-sided relationship. There's not winners and losers in love. Love is not selfish or self-centered. Love does not look out for its own selfish benefit. So if you're in a one-sided relationship, you're going to always be unhappy. Okay? So we've dealt with fear. We've dealt with deceptive love practices. Okay, the next thing we're going to deal with is guilt. There are so many of us in these guilt-ridden relationships. A guilt-ridden relationship is another form of a dysfunctional relationship. In a guilt-ridden relationship, a person blames you for everything bad that has happened to them. Everything negative. Everything is your fault. You're the blame. You contributed to it somehow. And so they keep you entangled. They keep you connected to them, unable to walk away because you feel guilty. And a guilty person tries to make amends. They try to pay restitution for the wrong that they've done. They try to pay it off. They try to work off the debt. And for some of us, we can never work off the debt with some people. Even if you contributed to something negative happening to them in their lives, my gosh, when are they going to get over it? When are they going to stop blaming you? When are they going to start being accountable and responsible? They don't want to. It's easy to throw all the negative baggage and all the blame and all the junk on you. And because you're so full of guilt, you take it willingly and you carry it around. You help them to carry their negative baggage. But if they have 10 bags, they may carry 1, but you're carrying 9. It's always one-sided. It's always unfair. Dysfunctional relationships are one-sided and they're unfair. And my friend, it has been proven that it is better to be lonely, alone, than to be in a dysfunctional, unhappy relationship with anyone. Because when you're in an unhappy relationship, it not only affects you mentally, it affects you emotionally, it affects you spiritually, and it definitely affects you physically. You find yourself dealing with all kinds of physical ailments, from depression to anxiety to overeating, undereating, sleepless nights, crying spells. And not to speak of the high blood pressure, the other diseases that can come upon you because you are miserable, you are unhappy. You are dealing with misery day in and day out. You're not getting any relief. So this video is to encourage you to break out of that. Stop staying in a relationship due to fear of loneliness. Stop allowing someone to dictate your life due to guilt. Stop falling for these deceptive love practices. It's not right. It's not for your benefit. It's for theirs. It's one-sided. It's selfish. There's no love in that. Wake up. Open your eyes. You deserve better than that. I just asked the question, do you deserve happiness? And I know most of you said you answered yes. But you're not treating yourself like you deserve happiness. You're treating yourself like you deserve to be unhappy, the total opposite. And my friend, you deserve so much better than that. Real love wants to make you better. Real love is not jealous and envious of you. Real love is not a constant source of your pain. It's not a thorn in your side. Real love does not, every time you try to seek improvement, brings you something or throws a monkey wrench in it, sabotages you to bring you down. Real love is not like crabs in a bucket that as soon as you try to get out, they're pulling you back down. And one thing I've always heard also, that if someone loves you and if you want to leave, they will not try to hold you. And if you love someone, you will let them go. And if they return to you, then it's meant to be. But someone